The road to Rio and qualification for Brazil 2014 starts here. It's been a crucial opening night of fixtures in the European groups, which has seen some of the continent's leading sides in action. Italy faced a difficult opener in Sofia, while the French kicked off their new era in Helsinki. Could England overcome a potentially tricky opening test in Moldova, while Croatia needed a good start in Zagreb against Macedonia? All the key goals, news and action coming up from around the continent. We begin in Group I and in Finland, where France were playing their first competitive fixture under new coach Didier Deschamps, following their disappointing Euro 2012 finals tournament. Commentary in Helsinki comes from Ben Andrews.
Heitemaj waiting for it and gets it eventually. The long ball is on to Hämäläinen and there's no flag. Great chance early on here, and Hämäläinen's been denied by a sensational tackle. And the assistant was right, he was onside. What a challenge that is from Yango Mbiwa. Perfectly timed, and it had to be. Emarenko. Slip there from Ring, and Benzema has pinched it off him. Strolling through the middle here, Benzema. And Diaby's run ahead of him. Abu Diaby, good chance, opening goal. Just a couple of minutes after Finland were denied at the other end. Abu Diaby's first international goal has started off the Didier Deschamps era in style. He took it well. It was made brilliantly by Benzema. And France lead. Cool as you like, Abu Diaby. Neatly moved, Emarenko again. Heitemaj, you thought about the shot first time around. That's Hämäläinen. He was able to get the shot away that time. He wasn't able to find any power. Diaby. He's bossed this game from start to finish so far, Abu Diaby. Benzema to Johan Kabay. Oh, it's a fine effort. It's the best save of the night, 50 minutes in. Lucas Radecki. Knew that was heading for the top corner. It's a good save. Kabay over the free kick. In it comes. Sarko's header. Same again. Half a minute on. Radecki flying to his left and keeping it out. Benzema. Ribéry hasn't really got going tonight, Franck Ribéry. This is Evra. Spots the gap and goes for it. Patrice Evra couldn't find the finish to match the good work that went before. Super acceleration though. Shame about the end result. Well wide in the end. Emarenko's corner. Was asking a lot of Timo Pukki to wrap everything around that. Difficult technique without the defenders bearing down on him. Closer to a throw-in the end. Ribéry, Benzema, neatly done. Benzema, well, he got the shot away, but Radecki had it covered. It's the first time those two have really worked anything intricate between them. A slip from Evra, and Hämäläinen's there to pinch it. Advantage played, and rightly so. This is Alexander Ring. Pukki's in the middle, and he's denied by a sensational bit of defending there from Anthony Rivière. And Yango Mbiwa is going to get the card for the initial foul. This one here. But just as he did in the first half. Reveille has denied Finland a certain goal there. That's Puki's chance. Marenko wants it back and gets it back. Good delivery, spot off with the header, and Loris keeps it out. His first save of the night. 7 minutes to go, and anywhere but there, and it's one each.
Well, Spain don't start the defence of the trophy until Tuesday in Tbilisi. Tonight the Georgians played host to Belarus. An early free kick here from Jano Ananidze forced the early save from the Belarus goalkeeper here. Decent ball in and the connection, and the goalkeeper brave and had to be. Next, a free kick from Renan Bressan, the Brazilian-born Belarus international. Scored twice in their last friendly back in August. But this was a game which had very few clear chances. This is the best in the first half made by Belarus. Great chance here for Pavel Nikajczyk. Goalkeeper Georgi Laurier with a strong left hand was more than equal to things here for the home team. Another free kick coming up here from the Georgians. David Taganidze with the ball in, well cleared by the defender Vakovtsov for Belarus. Brave header away here. Well, Taganidze was a real driving force for Georgia. Here he went for a gap at the near post and so nearly found it too. As the game wore on, Georgia were growing more and more into the match. Tough group this with above Spain and the French in it, of course. Second half, and the go-ahead goal. Tonike Okriashvili made the space, beat 3 defenders, and how's that for a cool finish? Timuri Ketsbaya, the Georgian coach, delighted his team had got the goal. Much of their play deserved. Okriashvili with the finish. 2 left on their backs here by this. Now you see it, now you don't. Lovely, well taken, well crafted goal for Georgia, and they came looking for more too. And Ananidze again here, driving run, and the shot wide of the Belarus goal this time. But Ketsbaya's team really impressive. Okriashvili again going close. Well, Belarus did try and get themselves level late on. A fingertip save there from goalkeeper Laurier. It stayed there 1-0 to Georgia. And that's how Group I stands. 2 one-goal wins. Georgia will play the world champions Spain, and that's on Tuesday as Spain start their campaign in the World Cup.
Croatia began their campaign at home to Macedonia in the battle of new coaches following the departures of Slaven Bilic and John Toshak respectively. And it was Croatia under their new management of Igor Stimac who started the brighter. Just 2 minutes gone when Eduardo rocked the woodwork with that header. The Shakhtar Donetsk striker, former Arsenal man of course, going close early on, and Croatia certainly started like a team hungry to get things going in this campaign. Their first friendly outing under Stimac had been a disappointment, a 4-2 defeat by Switzerland. But they were the better side early on here. But slowly but surely, Macedonia, under their new coach Čedomir Janevski, started to make an impact. A shot from distance there from Agi Mrabremi caused few problems for Pedicosa in the Croatia goal. For Macedonia, who are a strong defensive unit, were able and happy to play on the break and create a few chances. Ivan Trikovski there with a shot which rather dribbled away for a corner. But they looked to attack on the counter, they broke forward quickly and were happy to shoot on sight, and they were an increasing handful for Croatia, who rather lost their momentum and their shape as the game went on. And that was a real scare for them. Van Sikov with his header from a corner cleared off the line. And at this stage, Croatia were rather riding their luck, which was a real surprise for Stimac and many of this crowd in Zagreb. Now they had a real shot there courtesy of Macedonia's talisman, Goran Pandev, their skipper, rocking the woodwork with that effort. Pletikosa undoubtedly beaten there, but Pandev's luck was out. Too much room for him to get the shot away. But Croatia survived as we headed towards the break, goalless in Zagreb. And this wasn't what the home fans wanted. Among the crowd, Jose Mourinho, the Real Madrid coach, watching among others, of course, his recent acquisition, Luka Modric. And Modric, who had a patchy game otherwise, was involved in the build-up to the key moment of the game, which came 21 minutes from time. Modric with the ball forward, which was headed back and glanced in. An opportunistic striker's finished from the Everton man, the substitute Nikita Jelavic, with the goal to break the deadlock. Only his fourth goal for his country, in space on the edge of the 6-yard box, and not likely to miss that chance. Jelavic with the header, and that proved decisive. It looks tight, Group A, but Croatia have made a winning start. It finished Croatia 1, Macedonia 0 in Zagreb.
So with that win, Croatia take 3 points against Macedonia and Jelavic's goal. Belgium won in Cardiff against Wales. James Collins sent off very early on in the first half. Belgium with goals from Vincent Kompany and Jan Vertonghen. So Belgium going well, along with Croatia. Scotland take on Serbia tomorrow.
In Group B, Italy faced a high-profile opener against Bulgaria in Sofia. The Euro 2012 finalists were looking to rebuild confidence following that shattering defeat in the final to Spain. Commentary on this one from Sofia comes from Mark Tompkins.
Just away from Gargarov. De Rossi. Gargarov was persistent in the challenge. They've started this well, Bulgaria. Italy not having things their own way at the moment. There's a late challenge by De Rossi, which has earned a free kick. Martin Atkinson spotting the foul on Emil Gargarov. Chance to get Ivanov and Minyev forward. Gargarov will whip this one in with a little bit of pace. Bounces awkwardly, and Buffon forced to turn it wide. So dangerous, those whipped-in balls that curl towards the goalkeeper. Ivanov may have got a faint touch. Buffon made the save. Backed on by Milanov. Manalev, long way out here, tries his luck! Oh, it's found its way in! Buffon beaten from distance. He may have got a hand on that, the goalkeeper. It bounced up in front of him awkwardly. And Stanislav Manalev puts Bulgaria ahead. Italy weren't expecting that. Might come here for Osvaldo in the penalty area. And Italy are back on level terms. Cesare Prandelli unmoved on the sidelines, but it's an opening Italy goal for the AS Roma striker Osvaldo on his third appearance. Past Mihailov. De Rossi. Italy playing with a little bit more confidence now they've got themselves back into the game. Giancarini. Osvaldo's header took a deflection, and 2 goals in quick succession have put Italy in front. Scored 2 in 2 in Serie A to start the season, and 2 here in the opening World Cup qualifier. Huge deflection. Bulgaria find themselves trailing after leading for just a few minutes, but good response. Still time for them to get back into this before half-time. Awkward bouncing ball, it pops up and right by Popov. Well, there may have been a hint of handball there against Christian Maggio as that dropped into the penalty area. Found its way through to Ivelin Popov. And had there been any bend on that ball, that would have found its way inside the far post. Looking to try and make a 9th appearance in the World Cup finals, Bulgaria. So successful in the 60s and 70s. What can they find here to trouble Italy? Shot took a deflection and bobbles wide away from Buffon, who can't prevent the corner. Yugoslav Penyev applauds on the sidelines. He'll be pleased with his side's efforts in this. As they did in the first half, Bulgaria enjoying a really good spell of possession. There's no flag as Mitsanski finds her way through. A bit of space inside the box, and Georgi Milanov levels things up. Well, we said the Italians were rocking just for a moment, as they did in the first half, and for the second time in the game, Bulgaria have made them pay. Georgi Milanov with a tidy finish past Buffon, and it's 2-2. Second time these sides have met in qualifying campaigns, also met in 2010, and Bulgaria beaten them by the Italians, but they're coming better here now. A little bit of space, chance for Manolev. Good save, Buffon. Good save by the keeper.
Elsewhere in Group B, Malta faced Armenia in the Takali National Stadium. Armenia fully expected to take the full 3 points, and they had much of the possession in the first half an hour. They were the side that were looking to win the game. Malta were trying to keep it tight at the back and trying to counter. They were nearly caught out, though, just before the half-hour marker. Terrific strike from the Brazilian-born Marcos Pinheiro, now firmly established as an Armenian international. It struck the post, came back off the keeper, and looked like it was just about to spin into an unguarded net. A spectacular clearance off the line, though, by Alexander Muscat. So close to an opening goal. Armenia were dominant throughout into the second half, and a powerful long-range effort that was turned behind. It was the shot from Nul Ozbilis. Andrew Hogg doing well, diving low as the ball swerved in the air. That was 7 minutes after the restart. The goal was coming, though, and it eventually came by the substitute. Good work from Movsisyan down the left-hand side, and Artur Sarkisov with his 3rd international goal, managing to beat Hogg at the near post. Poor defending, really, from Muscat. Got the substitute just get ahead of him. And after a good run from Movsisyan, it was no more than Armenia deserved. They dominated the fixture. 12 efforts on goal, 7 on target to Malta's 1. And Malta really barely had a shot that was worthy of the label. Armenia should have grabbed a second late on, just 5 minutes remaining. Ozbilis free kick, Mkhitaryan with the effort. Shot, though, was pushed wide in the end. But Armenia claiming the full 3 points courtesy of a 1-0 success. So Group B, 2 goals for Osvaldo for Italy means they get a share of the spoils in Sofia against Bulgaria, but it's Armenia that lead the table after a 1-0 win.
Group H started in earnest with England's trip to Moldova. Roy Hodgson's squad was somewhat depleted by injuries and withdrawals, but they were also determined to build on their recent friendly win over Italy. Commentary on this one comes from Gary Tapas.
Gerrard, lovely burst forward. Milner, oh, cleverly. Now, did that strike the arm? Yes, it did. Penalty. Inside 2.5 minutes. Simeon Bulgaru is the man whose arm this strikes. Well, he'll feel that's quite harsh. His arm's by his side. Lampard scores. England in front inside 3 minutes. Well, Frank Lampard doesn't often miss from the spots. His 24th goal for his country, 8 of them from the spots. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Beautifully away from Bulgaria. And Defoe! Well, I don't think he expected the ball was going to reach him here, but it got past Armash, and he stabbed it wide. Crossfield ball from Oxlade-Chamberlain to Johnson. Milner. Gerrard. Nicely worked again by England. Here's Jermaine Defoe. Oh, really good save from the mascot. Twice now, Defoe has gone close in this first half. Well found by Gerrard. Well won back by Baines, cleverly. Here's Milner. It's all England in the opening quarter of an hour. Oh, not convincing the goalkeeper. Oxlade-Chamberlain, great save. Well, Damasco with the raised hand of apology here, because this was awful handling, but he made a really good save to make up for it. First chance, really, for Kusiak to come forward, and that's Patrash. And Joe Hart, for the first time, had to keep an eye on something here. Gerrard. Johnson. Oh, Lampard's coming in on this! He's got his second, and England lead 2-0. A typical Frank Lampard late run into the penalty area here. Glenn Johnson, the provider. Lampard finding the bottom corner. Again, no chance for Stanislav Damasco in the goal. Here come England again, and this time it's Jermaine Defoe! It's 3-0. He marks his 50th cap with his 17th goal for his country. I think this time Damasco will feel he should have done better. It's a snap shot, but the keeper's beaten near post far too easily. England are out of sight before half-time. Oh, good header, Armash. Oh, no wonder he's holding his head here, Igor Armash. England asleep from the corner. 2v1 as the ball came in, and it's narrowly wide. That's been pinched by Walcott. Cleverly. Is anyone going to have a go here? Welbeck. Walcott. And Milner! It's his first goal for his country. Well, it was a good counter, but it looked like the chance had gone. Cleverly, no. Welbeck, no. Walcott, no. Milner, emphatically, yes. 32nd cap and his first goal for England. Oh, it's hit by Baines and deflected in for 5. And Leighton Baines gets his first goal for his country. Massive deflection here of Alexandru Hatkan, which wrong-footed Damasco. Leighton Baines won't care about that. It is 5-0 to England. It is emphatic.
England then impressive 5-0 winners Moldova. Montenegro holding Poland at home 2-2. It's England that topped the section.
Kennedy's Whiskey, born out of passion and dedication in a rural village on the southwest coast of Ireland. This award-winning whiskey is matured in Irish and bourbon cask oak to deliver the fullest of flavours. This is no ordinary whiskey. This is Kennedy's.
The N-Power Championship continues next weekend on Setanta Sports with 3 live games. Charlton versus Crystal Palace, Cardiff versus Leeds, and Wolves versus Leicester. The N-Power Championship live next weekend on Setanta Sports.
"2013 is a very special year. It is the year of the gathering, when Ireland invites the world to celebrate our music, food, culture, fun, sport and lots more. To find out about the gathering and how to be part of it, visit thegatheringireland.com.
Group G, Latvia hosted Greece in Riga. They'd met in the Euro 2012 qualifiers to see who'd come out on top in this one in the World Cup. It's your commentator, and that's Dominic Johnson.
Greece have started confidently. As Latvia have a chance to forage further forward. Lovely little layoff and a snapshot on the edge of the area from Kaunas. It's the coach Alexander Starkov up off his feet. Lovely interplay from Latvia. First time they've got forward. Raspberry crossfield ball. Spiropoulos tees it into the area and a cushion header from Gekas. First time he's been involved. Cushioned it, but only cushioned it wide. He's desperate to turn domination into clear-cut chances. They have an opportunity to now with Maniatis. He's hit the post, and the keeper, Andris Vanins, drops onto it. He's never scored, Maniatis. He's still waiting now. A gilt-edged opportunity. It was like he was in slow motion. What an opportunity. Just couldn't find the tightest of angles. There's a good break now for Vishnikovs to relieve some of the pressure. Cuts into the area. Oh, the referee's pointed to the spot. It's a penalty. A challenge from Papadopoulos. Ivan Bebek, the referee, says it was just inside the area. And it looks like he's got it correct as well, the ref. Alexander Kauna, with the weight of a nation on his shoulders, cool as you like, puts Latvia in front on the stroke of half-time. Delight in the Skonto Stadium. And how about this for a cool finish? Keeper Orestes Karnasis the wrong way. 1-0 Latvia. Fortunas. A great little threaded ball. He's unable to find Maniatis, who has linked up well with Fortunis. That was close. That had Vanins, the keeper, on his debut, very worried. They surely have started the second half on the front foot. Katsuranis, the skipper. And there's a rasping shot, and we turn it equaliser. Nikos Spiropoulos, his first goal for his country. And what a strike this is. Power, pace and precision. Greece back on terms with a stylish strike. This is scrappy from Latvia and a cushion strike. Gekas has put Greece in front. Lovely footwork. Katsuranis with a threaded ball around Korks. But that is a delightful finish from Fanis Gekas. Lovely footwork. Drifted it into the back of the net. And Greece have come from behind. There's Torosidis. Gekas at the edge of the area. Torosidis! Oh, it's just not his night. And Greece have just sneaked it. They've come from behind for a crucial win.
Lithuania took on Slovakia, having failed to win any of their previous 6 matches, and it was Slovakia that took the game to the home side from the off. A fast start, nearly resulting in an opening goal. Terrific pressure on the right-hand side, and the snapshot here from Viktor Pekovsky. From the resulting corner, Slovakia went even closer into the side netting from Martin Skirtle, coming in round the back unmarked. Lithuania, though, then decided to attack themselves, and 14 minutes later, it was a goal from Marius Zaliakas, the Hearts defender, getting in front of the Slovakian keeper Jan Mucha with a definitive header to give the home side the lead they scarcely deserved. Lithuania, though, certainly grew in confidence after opening the scoring. Mucha did much better this time around, though. The shot from Gediminas Vicius, rasping drive from fully 30 yards. Mucha doing well to get across to his left-hand side. Slovakia desperate to get an equaliser before the break went close, with Marek Zapata, the Trabzonspor player, having been set up by Miroslav Stok. And then just before the break, Slovakia did indeed level, and it was Zapata that made it 1-1. His 3rd international goal, touch of fortune about it. Ricocheted around before going back to the midfielder. And Zapata's effort good enough to make it 1-1 3 minutes before half-time. Slovakia, who beat Denmark away in a friendly and were very impressive in doing so last month, were hoping to build on that result, and they were looking to continue in the second half in similar fashion. However, they were reduced to 10 men 10 minutes after the restart. Viktor Pekovsky, a 2nd yellow card for this challenge, and it meant that Slovakia were down to 10 men for the remaining 35 minutes or so of the match. Pekovsky with his 2nd yellow. The onus was then on Lithuania. However, in the dying seconds, they were reduced to 10 men as well. Tadas Labukas with his 2nd yellow card, his 1st on 83 minutes, and his 2nd in the final few seconds of added on time. Deliberate handball, according to the referee. 2nd yellow and then a red. They both ended with 10 men. But in terms of goals scored, it was 1 apiece. Maybe a chance miss for Slovakia. So, Group G, an emphatic scoreline with Bosnia beating Liechtenstein by 8 goals to 1. Lithuania 1, Slovakia 1, but Greece with that precious win at Latvia.
In Group E, Slovenia were looking to make a winning start in Ljubljana, but they faced a testing night with the visit of Otmar Hitzfeld's Swiss side, who have qualified for the last 2 World Cup finals. Our commentator is Dan Mason.
Here is Xherdan Shaqiri for Switzerland. Barnetta made the run, little flick from him. Derdiok, chance here for Granit Xhaka, and he scores! A goal out of nothing for Switzerland, and that is what the 19-year-old can do. His 3rd international goal and only his 10th appearance for Switzerland. And Danovic was a spectator. Xhaka felt he was fouled, and then certainly Barnetta put in a challenge, which I think is going to earn him a yellow card. Referee Paolo Tagliavento waving the yellow in the direction of a player who really is experienced enough to know better. Neatly done by Kiam. Flicked header from Matavsia, and it was tipped over by Benalia. And Slovenia have responded well to that Switzerland goal. Chance here for Derdiok. Oh, it deflects off Birami, and he rattles the woodwork, Aaron Derdiok. Danger still not clear for Slovenia. Shaqiri tried to turn it around the corner, but eventually Switzerland are crowded out. He's very unlucky here, Derdiok. Well, that's a nice ball towards Matavsic. Chance for Slovenia, but it too close to Benalia. He had Bielsa at the far post, but Tim Mataja, who was Slovenia's leading scorer in Euro 2012 qualification, went alone. Barnetta's cross. Best of defensive headers. Kordiuk's challenge, illegal in the eyes of the referee. Oh, Englan with a spectacular goal. Handanovic barely saw it, and Gökhan Englan has led by example here. He put so much swerve on this, and Handanovic was never getting anywhere near it. 6 minutes into the second half, and Switzerland have put themselves firmly in the driving seat here. Barnetta. It's blocked, and then he held back Brechko. Oh, he could be in trouble here, Barnetta. He's already been booked. A second yellow means red, and Switzerland will finish this game with only 10 men. Well, I don't think he was helped out here by Misho Brechko, who went to ground very, very easily. Barnetta did grab at him. It was a panic measure, really, from Barnetta, who had given the ball away. Is this worthy of a second yellow? It looks harsh. Barnetta has to go. He will miss the game on Tuesday against Albania. Milicic with the centre. Cesar with the finish of a central defender. It does look like Switzerland are going to run out 2-0 winners here.
The Group E began in Reykjavik with a Scandinavian derby between Iceland and Norway, two teams who know each other pretty well, of course. They met in qualifying for the European Championships. Norway won both games on that occasion, and it was Norway who made the brightest start in Reykjavik. Mohamed Abdullahi forcing a save from Hannes Haldorsen after the cross from Magnus Eikram. But after 20 minutes, a bit of a shock for the Norwegians as Iceland took the lead. And all very simple stuff. Egil Olsen, the Norway coach, will not have enjoyed seeing that. The long throw from Rutgers Larsen found its way through to Kari Arnesen, who was able to turn it in. And that is something of a disaster for Norway at the back, and certainly for their goalkeeper, Espen Pedersen. Long throw hurled in, and Arnesen was able to get on the end of it and just scoop it into the net rather apologetically, but Iceland had the lead. They've certainly shown signs of improvement since Lars Lagerbäck, the former Sweden coach, took charge. Some one or two encouraging results, and they continue to have the better of things. Gylfi Sigurdsson was very much the playmaker, and it was he who rocked the woodwork with this free kick, which found its way all the way through. No one got a touch. Pedersen was beaten, and Norway were looking to hang on at this stage, but it remained at 1-0 to the home side into the second half. And then John Arne Riise floated a free kick in. It all got a bit scrappy. Substitute Joshua King drilled the ball into the net, and Norway thought they were level, but it was ruled out as King's effort had actually struck a player in an offside position. The assistant referee raised the flag, and referee Anthony Gauthier ruled out the goal. King's finish just deflecting off a teammate who was offside. Well, that was a let-off for Iceland, and they took full advantage, extending their lead with just over 10 minutes left through the young striker, substitute Alfred Finnbogason, only 19, playing his football at Heerenveen in Holland, considered the natural successor to Ida Gudjonsson, and when he got this one-on-one chance on the break after a through ball from Sigurdsson, he made no mistake, and that wrapped up one of the more eye-raising results of the night. A surprising win, and Iceland were good value for it, really. Group E looks like being very tight, and it's Iceland who've made the decent start. Just late on, in stoppage time, in fact, Norway had one more chance. King, it certainly wasn't his night, one goal disallowed, and then striking the woodwork there. But it wasn't enough for Norway. Iceland running out comfortable 2-0 winners in Reykjavik. Confirmation then of the results in Group E and those wins for Switzerland and Iceland, but it's Albania who lead the way at this early stage after a 3-1 win at home to Cyprus. In Group F, the early kick-off involved Azerbaijan and Israel in Baku. Israel are looking to qualify from the group stage for the first time since 1970, so a good start to their campaign was essential. Commentary on this one comes from Joe Blake-Turner.
Azerbaijan weathering an extended spell of pressure here, and they haven't cleared that one. It's fallen to the Vermouth, who's into the area and gets a shot away. Just past the post. Excellent dribble from Gil Vermouth. The defence all at sea. Ziv. And Melikson. It's Nacho. Has a look. Has a go. Oh, it's in! Kamran Agayev beaten. Bibras Nacho has given Israel the lead with an extraordinary shot. No one closing him down, so he had a go. And he really got hold of that one. Kamran Agayev should have had it covered. There's Shukurov. Now the second half substitute with a wonderful cross. Onto the head of Subasic, he put it wide. Ismailov with a wonderful delivery. Subasic just putting it wide. Here's Abishov. What a pass. Tembo's Kara. And it's found a way through to Abishov. Ruslan Abishov with the equaliser for Azerbaijan. It was Kara with a pass to Subasic. He let it go. And a fine finish from Abishov. Nacho's free kick. Oh, and it beats everybody. Agayev breathes a sigh of relief. Great cross, no one on the end of it. Ezra on the rampage. He's got Vermouth outside him. Vermouth crosses. Oh, is that a handball? The referee says no. Medvedev breathes a sigh of relief, as do Azerbaijan.
At the José Bartel Stadium, Luxembourg took on Portugal. Portugal, massive odds-on favourites to get the full 3 points. They were expected to dominate Ronaldo and co. Didn't quite work out that way, though, for the side that went so close, of course, in the European Championships in the summer. It was, in fact, Luxembourg that started the brighter and scored on 13 minutes. A terrific hit. Fantastic strike that flew into the corner from De Motta. That goal coming on 13 minutes, Daniel De Motta. And possibly there was a shock on the cards here in the past. Portugal have been held by Liechtenstein in a World Cup qualifier some 8 years ago. They have put in 1 or 2 below par performances in qualification campaigns. They look to their skipper and talisman to get them back into the game. He so nearly did. Ronaldo, a free kick that was just pushed over the crossbar. Typical curling effort that looked like it was dipping under until the intervention of Joubert. Luxembourg were trying to play out from their own penalty area, but then got caught. And this time, Ronaldo, from much closer in, managed to level up the scores. A 37th international goal from the Real Madrid man. Hasn't been celebrating Real goals on this occasion, though. He did raise a smile and a fist as he put Portugal level and made it 1-1 on 28 minutes. Ronaldo again, just moments after, this time striking a post. No doubt that Luxembourg have been better recently. They've got the better of the likes of Slovakia and Albania in friendly matches, and they, of course, beat Switzerland famously in the previous World Cup qualification campaign. They obviously haven't made it through to a finals, but they are capable of causing a shock maybe for half a game or so. It was all Portugal as they went in search of the winner. This time it was Postiga with the header after a cross from Nani. And again, Joubert to the rescue with an acrobatic save to send the ball spinning over the crossbar. Once again, the right-hand post of Joubert was struck as Portugal went in search of a winner. They eventually got it 8 minutes after the restart. Postiga doing well, a neat touch, the flag stayed down. And even though the challenge came in from the back, Postiga it was that managed to fire past Joubert to make it 2-1. Surprisingly, there were no more goals, but certainly a scare. Portugal coming through, courtesy of Postiga's goal. And a 2-1 success ensures 3 points for Paulo Bento's men. So Russia got the better of Northern Ireland, Azerbaijan won, Israel won, and as we saw, Portugal got the better of Luxembourg, but only just. You get the feeling there could be 1 or 2 shocks in this particular section. It's Russia and Portugal that lead the way at the moment.
So Group D next, in the Alacoque Arena in Tallinn to see Estonia take on Romania. Of course, Romanians were serial World Cup qualifiers back in the 1990s. The team of Agi and Dumitrescu and Lakatush. Different team these days. And here Estonia began well. Andres Opa had the first chance, found here by Aina Jaga's pass. Opa's turn and shot just past the post of Bogdan Labont. Estonia, of course, reached the playoffs for the last European Championships. They are a team on the rise. This a good early chance for Estonia. Second half, though, was a different story. All Romania. Chance here for Gogi Grozev. His shot just wide of the Estonian goal. Number 9, Marika, would become a huge figure in this second half as Romania looked to turn the screw on Estonia. Long ball forward here from Razvan Rats. And Grozev with the shot across the face of goal. Not quite in the bottom corner, but Romania once again with a team on top. First goal came on 55 minutes. Marika involved here. He found Gabriel Torre, and from there he could not refuse the gilt-edged chance to give Romania the lead. Marika here, selfless play across the 6-yard box. Cool finish. And no more than Romania's strong second-half start had deserved. The second goal was not too far away, and the same 2 players involved in the first made the second. The roles reversed this time. Torre for Marika, and this one just across the face. Those 2 players were to have really impressive contributions. Romania, a team who haven't reached a World Cup since France. Their last major finals was a first-round exit at Euro 2008. Here Marika, on it comes here to Grozev. Marika again, and here's Torre, who scored the first goal to make the second for Marika. Makes the angle, has the shot, scores the goal, and that was 2-0, and Romania on course for a convincing 3 points. The attacking movement in the second half was a joy to watch from the team in yellow, and Estonia sadly had no answer. Full time in Tallinn, Estonia 0, Romania 2. Next to Andorra La Vella, still in Group D for Andorra against the Hungarians. Andorra just 3 wins ever, only 1 qualifying win, and on the back foot early here. A header from Roland Juhas, the big centre-back. Got free of all challenges to give Hungary a well-deserved lead here. Good jump, good leap, good goal. And a tiny crowd, a tiny stadium against a tiny nation in Andorra, who lost all 10 games in their European Championship qualifying campaign. And here they were soon 2 down. A penalty coming up here for the Hungarians. Clear trip. Defensive lapse once again from Andorra. Vanchek, the player, fouled Zoltan Gira from the spot. Clinical conversion, and that was 2. Jose Gomez could get nowhere near this as the Hungarians took a firm hold on the first half. After half-time, more of the same. Zoltan Liptak's cross this time, and the header from Adam Salai made it 3 straightforward 3 points for the Magyars. Goalkeeper's near post here, exposed by the big number 9. Red card was next, given to Andorra's Mark Valles for a stamp scene here by the referee Emir Alekcevic. Straight red there for the Andorran number 3. And that was the Andorrans down to 10. Just seemed to just stamp on the foot there of Zsolt Korczmar. There was a 4th goal soon after. Long ball forward here to find Tamas Prishkin. And the one-time Watford striker on hand to bludgeon a 4th for Hungary. Andorra, I'm sure, will be on the end of several heavy defeats in this group. Hungary really did put them to the sword here. Prishkin's finish exemplary. 4-0 at this stage. And there was time for more. Prishkin this time turned provider. Scuff clearance coming up here from the defender and punished by Vladimir Koman to make it 5 for Hungary. Well, a 5-star start here for Hungary, who looked good value for it as well, as they simply ripped apart the Andorrans on home soil. Andorra 0, Hungary 5, the final score in Andorra La Vella.
So confirmation from the Group D with those wins for Romania and Hungary. The other result, Netherlands 2, Turkey 0 in Amsterdam. Perhaps not surprisingly, Robin van Persie among the scorers for the Dutch. And a roundup of Group C. The Republic of Ireland scored twice in the last 2 minutes through Robbie Keane and Kevin Doyle to snatch a win at Kazakhstan. Germany took it somewhat easy against the Faroe Islands. 2 goals for Mesut Ozil in their 3-0 win. So that's all for this opening World Cup 2012 highlight show. 63 goals in 22 matches, a lively start on the road to Rio. Join us again for more qualification action and news on Tuesday night, but it's goodbye for now.